Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome here to Inverness Airport, where we're going to be doing something a little bit different from what we normally do. This airport is a fantastic base for some of the most beautiful scenery in the world. I am biased, I don't care. But we're going to be taking the exceptional Taog's Hangar H500C, a beautiful helicopter, one of my favourites, a great helicopter to learn to fly in, by the way, if you're interested in flying helicopters. But we're going to be taking this helicopter to transport some wealthy tourists to a golf club in Aviemore. And then once we've done that, we're just going to chill out. We are going to head to the lochs, and we're going to do some fishing thanks to Parallel 42's GoFish, which is an app that I haven't tried yet. I keep meaning to pick it up, and today I have purchased it. And we're going to head to the hills and do some fishing. Some people might say, hang on, young fella, this is a flight simulator. You should be flying a DME arc within a cat's whisker. But we're going to relax. We're going to chill out. Flight simming is about relaxing. Enough of my waffle. Let's go. Right, well, let's get a move on, eh? We've got some wealthy passengers that we've got to take on board, so we will just do a quick walk around, just get the click spot in the right place. Come on, there we go, get rid of that, get rid of that. Quick check round here, skids are looking good. We will come around to the back, remove the cover and duck down, open here, get a little bit closer. There we go. Quick check in here, everything's looking connected up, there's no squirrels, or even worse, killer haggis, or haggai is the correct term for them, hiding in there, so we can remove that, pop that back. Let's come back round this side, pop up, quick walk around the tail rotor, check that that's looking okay. Okay, let's have a look in, that's all good. Good condition. Happy with that. Quick look round here. All good. Skids looking fine. I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to call through to the executive lounge over there and say, get 'em out. Okay, so to do that, of course, first thing we need to do is call up the EFB. And here we go, and I'm going to, we will say, there we go, 100 and, call it 150. There we go. This isn't quite in sync with the correct helicopter seating position at the moment, but we kind of get the idea. Okay, so load aircraft, there we go. We now have our, don't you look at me like that. We now have our VIPs who are going to play golf. You're right in the back, sir. I can just about... Yeah, magnificent beard, sir. Absolutely wonderful. Right, madam, if I could just ask you, do not touch the controls. Do not touch the stick. Enjoy the flight, but please don't touch anything. Okay, let's just close all the doors. And, madam, if I could just ask you to close your door. Thank you. And there you see, I'm being ever so polite. I could do this kind of commercial stuff, really, you know, flying passengers around. It's easy, isn't it? Alright. Okay, right, now let's quickly sync up my controls, make sure that everything is working okay. My throttle is working fine. So I'm just going to, there we go, use the idle cutoff button and move that there, so that's ready to go. This is fine. Everything is good here, so let's get cracking. So we will have the battery on. Do a quick check here, that's okay. These are expected considering our condition of the aircraft as it is. We'll have the ignition key on. We can see the reignition or reignite button or display has come on there. Put the start pump on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all good. Let's get some lights on because we're about to start whapping things around. Have the generator on. You can see now we've got the low rotor warning speed has come on. Now I'm going to pop over here and I'm going to start. So I'll shut up for this so you can hear it, because it is a beautiful sound. Temperature's fine. Go. Aircraft's doing its own thing now. I've released the starter switch just before. Our temperatures are good, torque's good. Happy with that. Stabilised. We'll now start increasing the... There we go, increase the throttle ever so slightly, just doing it gently. There we go, we're now at max. That's so good. I am now going to use the RPM adjuster switch that I've got on my collective just to increase RPM up now to 104. That's holding nicely. We can see all our warnings have gone out now. I'm going to drop it back down again. Should get our warning. There's our warning. So that's working. And now we can go back up to 104. Okay, engine instruments are fine. Everybody's happy. That's all good. Radios are on, but we're not going to be using them today. We are not going to be talking to ATC because this is all about chilling out. Right, there we go. Pitot heat on. Are you ready to go, madam? Are you ready to go, madam? They're ready to go. Sir, with the beard in the back, I can't see you, but your beard is truly magnificent. Okay, I think we're all good. Okie doke. So, what do we got? We got wind. Sorry, madam, I wasn't talking about you. We have wind external to the aircraft, acting on the aircraft, of 2 knots from 271 degrees. So that is kind of negligible. So we are going to take off. We are going to do a quick hover check. We will then depart over in that direction, a westerly direction. I haven't got multiplayer on or anything like that, so I'm not expecting to see any other aircraft, but nonetheless we will pretend that there might be things around and we don't want to bump into them, because that is rude. But this is going to be a lovely chilled out flight, isn't it, madam? Of course it is. It's the kind of flying I love doing, and I'm really interested to see what the fishing element of the whole caper is going to be like at the end, but we will see. Anyway, okay, so let me just that's all good, just checking my head tracking is working as it should. Madam, please do not touch that stick. Okay, so just increasing the collective, stick back a little bit. I always have to dial into this helicopter first. It's never always pretty. There we go. I was a bit late with the pedal there, correcting for that, so let's just dial in. Need to be a little bit left skid down. Hover check, all is good, not getting any problems or any alarms going off, so we'll just scoot over here. This is why I said this is a great helicopter to learn to fly in, because here am I making a video, I'm thinking of the video, I'm thinking of what I'm saying to you, I'm thinking of the next things that I'm going to do for the video, and I forget that I need to be careful when I do the picking up with the anti-torque pedals. Even though I said to myself I need to do anti-torque pedals, the brain was still a little bit slow there, and you really do have to be on it in this aircraft. Okay, rotate a little bit, and we can start picking up and heading off. And say farewell to Inverness Airport. This helicopter is just beautiful. It really is. Gorgeous. Now we're going to be doing some fishing, which isn't traditional flight simulator kind of work, but the important thing to say is that this, like all flights, is a training flight. It's as much as we are going to be getting out of the aircraft and doing something I have certainly never done in a flight simulator before. To do that, to get to the landing spots, to do all these kind of things, is all training, and that's what it is about. And if you can do something that makes training more interesting, why the hell not? That's my that's the way I look at it anyway. Okay, so we're now heading to the mountains. I will try as hard as possible not to do any kind of accent work in this video. It's very hard. I have a deep love of the Highlands. I lived up here for a while in the 80s, just up the road at Lossiemouth. I used to go fishing up here with the old man in various different places. So although I'm an Englishman, I lost my heart to the Highlands. I really did. And people who follow the channel know that and are probably thinking, oh, here he goes again. Here he goes again. Next minute he's going to be playing the bagpipes. He's talking about Scotland again, but it's true. It's absolutely true. It's weird how you can be born of an area, have the blood of an area, or a land, or a country, or whatever you want to call it, but actually you go live somewhere, and then that's it. You are just hopelessly in love with it. And having lived here, I've seen it in all its states. You know, it's not just about the kind of chocolate box or shortbread tin, as they sometimes say, kind of purple heather in the summer and all that kind of stuff. I've been here when we've had ice on the inside of the windows, and I'm not kidding. But it's just magnificent in its beauty, in how wild it is. It really is Mother Nature and the earth taking you back to basics, little human, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I need to I do get a bit carried away talking about that, but like I say, this is a wonderful area for helicopter flying, and especially helicopter training. And like I say, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking at the GoFish. We're going to be having a play with it and seeing what it's all about, but ultimately also this is training for me. Like there, for example, some nice wires to go patwang in. You've got to be careful of that. I've got the Mamu design pylons and solar farm add-on in, so those lovely high-res lines, and yes madam, don't worry, we were perfectly safe there. It's that's what that was all about. But as you can see, we really are heading up into the hills now. There's the lovely shadow of our helicopter down on the ground. I love seeing that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know in the comments, by the way. Is it just me, or do you get a little kick out of seeing the shadow of your aircraft on the ground as you're flying along? It is rather beautiful. Now the eagle-eyed amongst you will have said, hang on a minute, he's going incognito. There was no pilot flying that aircraft when we just saw the outside views there. Yeah, it's some kind of weird quirk of, I think it's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 has done something so that your pilot figure doesn't necessarily appear in all aircraft. It does in some aircraft, like for example the Huey, but for some reason in this aircraft it doesn't. But I just suddenly had a thought. Right, so holding the stick with my left hand. I don't like doing this. Flying helicopters. There we go. Have I got... Yeah, no. There's no pilot figure. There's no pilot figure show hide like there is in the Huey. Well, there is there. I'm not going completely daft. No. There we go. And I've got the weight of the pilot in, which is the way that you did it before. So, yeah, hopefully that'll get fixed soon. Look at that beautiful scene. How wonderful. I always say it, but for me, a lot of this is what it's about. I love doing the kind of high altitude IFR with ATC kind of stuff in the Aerostar sometimes. But one of the real strengths of this simulator, without a doubt, is the detail and the realism of the scenery. So to explore it in a helicopter like this is just wonderful. It really is. Very interested to see, by the way, our first kind of fishing spot, as it were, is Loch an Eilín, or some people pronounce it Loch an Eilín. I kind of went Eilín, but I think correctly it should be Eilín. And it's in the Cairngorms National Park. It's got a castle on an island in the middle of it. It's a really picturesque little spot. It's surrounded by forestry. So I had a quick look on Google Maps satellite view, and I think I might have seen a landing spot. So we're going to have a look, bearing in mind that we have to exit the aircraft in avatar mode and walk to where we're going to fish. So I don't want to be landing a million miles away, because well, you won't be in the aircraft at that point, madam, so don't worry. But you would want to, wouldn't you, with your magnificent beard, sir? I need to fly. That's the kind of magnificent beard that would be quite happy going to a lochside in the snow in the middle of winter, which we're not, because I've cheated. I've set it as the summer, because why the hell not? And yeah, but they won't be with us, but we've got to walk there anyway. So I don't know, as I say, I think I found a spot, but you never quite know with Autojet. You never quite know what it's going to do, but hopefully it will do the job for us and we can do a spot of fishing there. But as I say, this is about training, so we are going to be popping to the golf course in Aviemore to drop these people off, and that's a good opportunity to do do a landing and do a takeoff and dial into the helicopter. She's loving it. Your smile, madam. Oh, stand by. Your smile, madam, I believe has grown by maybe 2 millimeters. The spooky thing is, actually, folks, the thing that I'm having to deal with right now is that she actually looks like someone I know. Just a little bit. So it's kind of weird. I don't know you, madam, do I? Of course not, she's just ignoring me. She's saying, "Excuse me, you are the pilot. You should not be talking to us. You are the chauffeur. Shut up and do your flying." That's me told. It's really interesting being up here actually and not doing search and rescue and HEM stuff, which is what I normally do out of RAF Lossiemouth in the H145. It's this is just pure sightseeing, pure fun in the Highlands. And I gotta say, I mean, I've been doing I mainly fly kind of live weather, live time, and it's really interesting to be back here in the summer again. I can almost feel the heat. I try and get up here at least once a year for some camping up in the hills, and I'm kind of feeling it now. I can almost smell the tent, as it were. What on earth are you talking about, boy? What on earth are you talking about? Getting carried away. But isn't the so realistic here? It really is. Absolutely fantastic. Right, we've got some pylons up ahead, so that's my cue to look out for the Twangy McTwangy, as the locals definitely don't call it. And we are not far from Aviemore now. We're just going to pop over these hills here, and we'll be there. And I'm just going to, I'm using a little nav map to navigate, so I'm just going to wind that in a little bit just so I can get a better view of the golf course that we're going to, because as I say, I don't know what Autogen or what Asobo will have done to this. This is actually a helipad that's listed in the sim, so I'm hoping that somehow it has been optimized a little bit so that it does what it needs to do. And you will notice, hopefully you'll notice, that I will shut up a little bit as I have to start concentrating once we come into the golf course. But I've been distracted a little bit because I have actually noticed. We come down here. This is Loch Var, which is a beautiful, magical loch that the old man and I used to fish, and I don't know if we're going to see it. There's a wonderful boathouse. If you Google Loch Var, you'll see there's a lot of people take a lot of pictures. There's the boathouse. It's that kind of, you can see the roof of it, but it's kind of photo scenery into it. If you Google it, you'll see some magnificent photos. But it's a lovely loch to fish in. It's the water's very clear. It's almost spooky because you go out in a boat, and quite often there's not many other people around, and you go out in your boat, and you can just see the water underneath, and it is quite spooky. Some years ago, the water level in the loch suddenly dropped, and I seem to remember that the belief was at the time that some kind of hole had opened up in the bottom of the loch, and water was kind of running down somewhere. I might have the real reason for that might have actually come to light now, but I can tell you, having been out on that loch in a boat and seeing it, it is kind of spooky, but in an incredibly beautiful kind of way. So we are coming up on the golf course now. We are coming up on the helipad. I'm going to do a little bit of a recce so I can get an idea of what the helipad looks like. Nearly there, madam, nearly there. You'll be able to get your clubs out very shortly. So let's see what we've got. I'm hoping that's not the helipad in between those trees. Surely not. Surely not. Well, I'm not seeing an obvious helipad, so I'm just going to winding the map in just a little bit more. Right, everybody in the back, hold on to your hats. Let's have a closer look. I wonder if that's it. Maybe I was looking in the wrong direction. I think that's a bunker though. And that would really mess them about. I do not think the golf club would appreciate it if I suddenly appeared in my helicopter and said, "Hello everybody," and landed in the middle of a bunker. We might get a few incoming golf balls, which is not good for the aircraft. Right, so the helipad. Do you know what I think has happened? I think I'm going to I think the sim has put Autogen down on the helipad. Oh no, there it is. 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 Didn't spot that faint H. There we go. Right. Are you alright there? Yeah. Thank you for flying Dreams of Wings Airways. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Can't quite see the magnificent beard in the back there, but there you go. Right, you lot, get out. Go and play your golf. Do what you need to do. Let's get the EFB up. We have got some important fishing to do, so we'll get rid of you. There we go. And they've gone. Bye. Bye. Okay, they've gone. Now we need to just get set up. And let's head to Lochan Edian. Which means Loch, I think it's Loch of the Island, or Loch with an island in it. We'll see. Okay, concentrate, lads. Everything's good. Okay, let's lift. One of the things, or one of the reasons why this is really a great helicopter to learn to fly in, by the way, is the physics are absolutely amazing. The relationship between the anti-torque pedals and the collective is really quite marked, and it's a good way to learn the relationship between the two as you adjust collective, as you adjust that pitch on the rotor to provide more pitch to lift, or to decrease pitch to come down. Of course the torque changes and you need to adjust the pedal as well, and this helicopter, you really feel that, and you really have to like I said at the beginning, dial into it. You know, it's having flown something like the H145, it's a very different animal. Okay, well, that was rather pleasant. Just us now. We got rid of the VIPs. This scenery really is so spot on. No, it is definitely slightly off-putting not having a pilot figure in the aircraft, but that's okay. That's okay. We can deal with that. Now I need to just adjust that. So we're coming up on Loch and Elian here. There is our castle, and oh blimey, that is going to be tight. I was hoping to land just there. Let's go down. Okay, yeah, no, that doesn't look too bad actually. I'm a little bit nervous because I definitely wouldn't say I'm an expert in this helicopter, but there is an area of green there that we might be able to exploit, although it's surrounded by some rather high trees. But that's what I'm thinking we can do. Actually, it looks like it's on quite a slope as well. Which makes a lot of sense, having been here, having walked around here a few times. We could go there. That's just there is the kind of like a gift shop, place you can get coffee and that kind of stuff. Really nice spot. I love how it's like an old croft almost. Like an old farm building or dwelling, and even the toilet block is also in the sim as well. So yeah, it goes to say if you do need to relieve yourself, we do have the facilities available. So I'm thinking possibly there. That almost feels like that might be a little bit more sensible than trying to get us down in the trees here, but I did want to get quite close to the castle. So what I'm doing at the moment is just getting or orbiting a little bit with a gentle descent, just getting a better view of the lay of the land. I wanted to be near the castle. That was my intention. I thought if we can get down by the shore there, that's really rather nice. But it depends how brave I'm feeling and how much I trust my ability to land in that spot there and also deal with the slope. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. My head is saying don't. My heart is saying give it a try. It does look quite slopey. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's not get too excited, boy. You've got to close everything down. I was getting excited then, you can tell. I don't think we banged into any trees, which is good. Okay, so throttle down. Let's have the pitot heat off. Let the engine wind down. Fuel in cut off, turn the ignition off, turn the Jenny off. That's all good. Parfait. Okay, lights off. Quick double check of everything. We have not broken anything, so that's good. And battery off. There we go. Okay, let's quickly whack the rotor brake on. Oh, you can hear the birds singing. I very nearly did that in a Scottish accent. It's very hard not to. And I do it out of love, by the way, for anyone who is Scottish thinking, oh, here we go, another Sassenach doing an impression of a Scotsman. Okay, let's go and have a look. I'm really excited to see what this looks like. I've not tried this yet. Okay, so we're going to go full-on immersion in this. We'll just grab our fishing gear. There we go. The passengers didn't mind having that wrapped around their legs. Okay, that's interesting. Where's the... Am I not close enough? What's that click spot? Where are you gone? There we go. Okay, let's go walk down to the... Oh, I'm loving this. The birds tweeting. I mean, I'm not kidding you. If you've been down to Loch Elian, then you will kind of get it. But for a flight simulator, I mean, the castle doesn't exactly look like that. It's a bit more dilapidated and a different shape. But for a flight simulator, to be able to get out, I mean, come on. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Okay, so for the first time, let's bring it up. Now, the first thing I should say is that I haven't, you can, what am I saying? I'll show you. It's probably easier. I've got it set to medium. We're using that. Auto reel, automatically manage reel drag and line length. I'm going to disable that just because it feels a little bit more realistic. Here we go. So you can assign controls as well. Now, if my game controller wasn't all assigned to camera views, because I'm a so-called YouTuber, I would definitely be assigning that to all that. But I'm not going to in the first instance. I'm going to leave that as it is, and I'm going to use the panel. The control's actually on the EFB, but I might well do that in the future. Okay, so we'll start fishing. We are in fresh water. Ready to cast. Right, real drag. Okay, that's all good. Happy with that. Recent catches, we haven't caught anything yet. This is the first time. Look, you can see our float. That's our target for where we're going to land our. This is so cool. Where we're going to land our bait. Now, I don't think you can fly fish in here, which is what I used to do up here. Have we got anything? We haven't. So I'm going to, oh, we have got a fly. We have got a fly. It's a dry fly as well. So we're going to use a fly because that's what we should be using up here. I think, yeah, that's selected. Line selection. Ooh, there we go. Light mono for small and line shy freshwater fish. Default freshwater line for general bass and walleye. I'm going to go for that. If we were fly fishing, we'd have a thick fly line, but then you'd have a very fine leader on the end of it. So I'm kind of thinking that I may live to regret that if we get a big fish, because they might break it. Available fish. This would be interesting, because it roach, European grayling, European perch, sea trout, European eel, brown trout. Brown trout I would definitely expect. Pike, definitely pike. Definitely pike. Pike, there's Loch Morlich up the road from here, which I don't believe you can fish in these days, but that thing apparently is teeming with pike. Okay, so we've done that. I'm going to cast the distance out a little bit. We'll just adjust that, and this is so cool. Let's see. Cast. I just suddenly realised I don't know how to strike. Oh, we can strike. Can we strike by moving the head a bit? Let's see. Of course, if we were fly fishing, we wouldn't have a float, but that's our kind of indicator. And with the realism set to medium, I wouldn't expect to get a bite straight away. But this is what fishing is all about. It's about relaxing, chilling out, watching the float, watching the fly on the water, looking for a rise, having a quick nip of whiskey and a sandwich. I love how it drifts as well. It's drifting in the water. It's not just stuck in one position. I wonder if I move the rod, does it have an effect on it? I don't think it does. But it feels like it's gradually drifting towards us. Now if I reel in to take up some slack, will it stop reeling? There we go. Must remember that then. It's kind of click to start and then you have to click again to stop. Now this is interesting. This is actually quite realistic for fishing, isn't it? Okay, I don't think we're going to get much, and it's getting a bit close into the shore now. So we'll reel in. There we go, and let's see. I'm going to cast distance out again, go a bit deeper maybe. There we go, we're in. Now the interesting thing now is I cannot easily see the float, so now I'm having to, well, I guess we would be going by feel, and of course we can't feel it, so now I'm looking up at the screen there where it says line out waiting for fish. So I guess I'm going to have to use that as my indicator of whether we've got something on. And we can adjust our retrieval speed when it happens. So you've got a reasonable amount of control over it. considering this is a flight simulator. It's bonkers. But it is relaxing. Hearing the water lapping against the shore here. And definitely realistic that we haven't caught something straight away. Let's just have a look up there. Just going to pull in the line a little bit. Does that have? It does. It has an effect. If I pull the line like that, you can see how it changes the line out. You can see the distance. Now that's interesting. That actually makes it. That means that. I wonder if that means that we can strike then. Just going to reel in a little bit. There we go. You might have to change the bait shortly. I am well aware that I'm making a video here, and you, the viewer, there's only so much of watching a float out to water that you can watch. So I'm going to reel in, and we'll change the bait. And I remember as a kid, fly fishing with the old man, it was very much not the done thing to put a normal hook with worms on. But that's exactly what we're going to do, because I think we can probably get worms. Have we got worms? We got night crawler, chicken liver, crayfish. I'm going to try chicken liver. So we've got a chicken liver on. That's a good. Got that on. Absolutely fine. Okay, so let's get our marker again and let's cast. There we go. Got our float back. Watching it. This really is so like fishing, isn't it? I remember as a kid I used to love rowing my old man around the lochs. I used to like fishing from a boat because I enjoyed the feeling of rowing an old loch rowing boat. Bank fishing wasn't quite as interesting for me, and you can boat fish in this as well, by the way, if you've got a boat. But yeah, it brings back a lot of memories just waiting. My lads, my boys, some years ago we got into fishing for a short time, but I think they once the reality of a day where you go and catch nothing kind of set in, I think they felt that it probably wasn't for them, which is absolutely fair enough, because I remember that feeling as a kid as well. I remember there were days, especially when the weather wasn't particularly good, that I was absolutely bored out of my skull. Taking in the slack again. Well, this is interesting. We are not catching anything, are we? Not even a nibble. I did think for 1 minute there that the line tension flickered, which made me wonder if that was simulating a nibble, but perhaps I was just imagining that. Now the line tension went there, but is that because I moved my head? No, something. Oh yeah, I think it might have been. I love that it does that. I love that it actually, Parallel 42 are quite good at thinking these things through, have tried to build as much into it as they possibly can. The fact that they are simulating line tension in the walk around view, the avatar view of the sim, is quite amazing when you think about it. Oh, and we're in. We are in. Seen that line tension. What have we got? We've got a roach. Bless your little heart, sunshine. Well, we're going to release you. There we go. We're going to release you. But that's interesting. Okay, so we've caught the roach. What should we go for now? No, do you know what? I'm going to chuck that. We're going to use that chicken liver again. Why the hell not? I don't think. Yeah. I'm kind of. Let's try a live minnow. I don't think. I don't think. Well, we might catch a trout with that. We might catch a trout. It's worth a try, isn't it? Okay. Cast over there. There we go. I'm actually really getting into this. I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy, but I can actually imagine on a Sunday morning as this is, when I just want to relax, having a nice relaxing helicopter flight and coming and doing this. Crazy, isn't it? Let me know what you think in the chat. I know a lot of you that watch the channel will probably appreciate this and will understand it, but I'd love to know what you think. There's going to be some that of course will watch a video about fishing in a sim and then leave some comments about, you know, how flight simulators become too gamified and all that kind of stuff. But when you actually stop and think about it, what have we done? We've flown a really realistic helicopter. We've landed in a small enclosed area, which is good practice. We are now relaxing in the wonderful scenery, doing a spot of fishing, and then we're going to be flying the helicopter again. So what is not to like about that? I'm just going to leave it for a little bit longer, and then we're going to head off to another loch. But I just wanted to give it another try. But I think the good thing is you and certainly I are very much getting the understanding now that this isn't a simple, you know, stand by the edge of water, press button A, suddenly you catch a fish, press button B to reel it in, repeat. It's actually, I tell you what it's doing, it's simulating, in my mind it's simulating the relaxation of fishing and being able to take in the scenery. I mean, doing this in the evening, I gotta say, and I am not just saying this, by the way, I do mean this, I can easily imagine, you know, after a day's work, flying here, coming down to the loch shore, summer's evening, setting it to a summer's evening, and doing some fishing. Because it is so relaxing. It's very much like landing a helicopter for me. It's that kind of it's almost like meditation. You're kind of in the moment, mindfulness, and all that. Okay, I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to give you a little bit longer. Never give in, but I do want to get to the next spot. Okay, we're going to reel it in. I guess the only thing that would be kind of cool is some kind of noise, like the sound of it reeling in. Right, so we're going to stop fishing. There we go, and then we'll close that, and let's get back to the helicopter. And this is a good chance while I'm here That's actually quite not a bad little spot there, is it? Because we're on a slope, but I seem to have managed to land at a point where we were relatively flat. So that's okay. Right, we didn't put any of our bits and bobs back on. The wind is slowly closing or moving the rotors, I should say. Okay, so it's almost too relaxed now. We need to get back into pilot mode. So check that. Get back down here. This is all good. Controls are set. Let's set the throttle for takeoff, or engine start rather. Let's have the battery on. Ignition on. Watch everything come into play. Super duper paratrooper. Okay, start pump on. And off. Let's have the lights on. Let's have the Jenny on. That's all good. That's all set. Quick check of that. That's fine. How it should be. Okay. And let's start. Oh! If I can save it. I got so carried away I took my finger off the start button. Might have to start the whole sequence again. I forget, on the Huey you just flick the switch in the sim. In the 500C you have to hold the start down until you get to that 60 and then you can release it, but it seems to have worked. Okay, let's now advance the throttle. That's interesting. So the rotor RPM has gone back to the, so it remembered the position I was in before. So we'll quickly just check that. So I'm adjusting, there we go. Engine out comes back in. So that's all good. Okay, so quick check down here. All the lights are on, that's fine. We'll get the pitot heat on. Because why not? There's no visible moisture where I'm going. There certainly shouldn't be any moisturiser in here unless one of our VIPs has left it. Okay, so me get into a comfortable position on my chair. Obstacles, trees very close, need to be careful. Sloped bank, so wind is 2 knots coming from our left, so I'm going to lift. We are going to rise vertically, majestically into the air to avoid these trees and then move on. Okay, quick check down again. We've got no warnings. Okay, I really need to focus now. So a bit of left anti-torque. Stick back a little bit. Check. Everything's okay. Proceed with the lift. It's all good. Okay, let's move on. Now the next spot you may recognise if you follow the channel. It's another spot that you quite often see in photography of the area, and we've been here before in the channel. In fact, when I did it was the Camp Out video, when Camp Out was released, I did a video up here and this was the spot we came to. It's a rather splendid place, much higher than where we were before. It's kind of above, just on the edge of the tree line anyway. just in the distance, you can't really see it because it's only a thin slither, but that's Loch Morlich over there. You can actually see the beach. It's got a really well-known kind of sandy beach. In fact, in the summer, on a really hot day, considering we're up here in the hills, it could, you know, it's quite packed with people, which can be a little bit disappointing if you are trying to get your head into being in the middle of nowhere. But it's a little bit selfish to expect people not to go there, and of course a lot of them are locals as well. So who the hell am I to come up here from England and start telling people they can't go and sit on the beach by their loch because I want to pretend that there's no one else around. Once again, we've got that lovely detail that you get with 2024, the rocks on the ground. Absolutely stunning. So this is the Cairngorms here, the heart of the Cairngorms National Park. You're just going to follow the burn up to the loch, which is just there, surrounded on three sides by these steep ridges. Really is a lovely spot. And again, if you Google, it's Loch Ionich or Einich. I think Einich is probably a better pronunciation of it. We do have any Gaelic speakers. It. Again, this is all good flying practice for me. I think what we'll do here is we'll do a bit of spinning. See if we can spin for pike. Shore. There we go. Okay, just on a point of order to myself to remember, I'm in the habit of when I land, I will suddenly drop the collective once I feel I've touched down, and what that can sometimes do is, because the relationship between the torque pedals and the collective, it can suddenly twist it. What I did there was I was being very mindful of the fact that I needed to be on the pedals as we touched down and as I adjusted the collective. Anyway, boring for you, but just a note to myself. Right, pitot heater off. Let's wind down the throttle now. Let's have the generator off. Let everything calm down. Go. Come back. There we go. Engineing cut off. Ignition off. Can't remember the limits for the rotor brake, but I'm going to engage that now. So have the lights off. Should really leave them running while we're spinning, but we're the only people up here, and I'm certainly not going to be stupid enough to jump into the rotor. Famous last words. Okay, everything is good. Engine is shut down. No, I'll leave the rotor brake on actually. Bum, 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 bum. That's all good. Battery off. Let's jump out. Okay, now what I am going to do is, because, and I've never done this in reverse. I wonder if it'll, yeah, no, it's not going to do it. I was going to put the covers and everything back on because we're now sat sitting, but perhaps you can't do that in reverse. Okay, let's go fishing. This is another magnificent I mean, look at that. Look at that. I don't know if this comes across on the video. Bearing in mind, I'm looking at quite a big, I think it's a 40-inch monitor. So I really do get a feeling of being immersed. Interestingly, I noticed that a lot of people watch my videos on a TV. So maybe if you're watching this on a big widescreen, or you know, a big TV, you might be seeing it, but or you might get that same feeling. But anyway, we'll come to the edge of the loch. Here we go. Nearly did an accent there. I did do an accent. My apologies. Right. So again, we use this is almost like a parallel 42 fest, isn't it? Using their Chaseplane, which is blowing brilliant. I'm using sorry, this is Flow, which is brilliant. I'm using Chaseplane for some of my cameras, and we're fishing. Parallel 42 just happened to provide an incredible suite of bits and pieces. Right, start fishing. We are freshwater. Let's see what we have got on bait selection. I'm going to go, I said spinning, didn't I? Actually, I might use let's use, kind of thinking use that. We use that plug. Because we're going after pike. I'm going to go with that rather than the finesse, because pikes are often called freshwater sharks, and there's a good reason for that. My dad used to spend hours trying to fish for pike and never quite got there. So I'm going to where is it? Cast distance. We want to send that right out. I'm then going to cast. And then we're going to reel in, but we need to set the retrieval speed really quite low. And as we're doing that, the lure should be bobbing around and making a right old fuss that will hopefully attract a pike. But nothing yet. Okay, let's do it again. So we'll cast, because I'm going so far I can't see the cast marker, but let's go that way. Okay, reel in, pop that back again. The anticipation. Come on. Where's that big old freshwater shark? Dun-dun. Dun-dun. Dun-dun, 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 dun. Yeah. He's saying, "Hey fella, you Englishman, get the hell out of here." Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Now, of course, what I should do is check that we actually do have pike in here. That was down here, wasn't it? Available fish at this location. Roach, you're... where's the pike? Northern pike. Uncommon. Oh, okay. Okay, I think that means it's unlikely that we're going to get the pike here. The list changes based on your location, current month, time of day and water type. Okay, so we are probably not going to catch a pike, although I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up. Do you want to give up? I don't want to give up. So we'll do one cast with our current setting. I'll go over that way. Okay, let's reel in. And then what we'll do is we will change the setting to the easier setting, and just to see what fish we catch here. Because I'm conscious that you don't want to, you've come here for a flight sim video and to see a fishing thing, but you don't want to spend all day watching me doing this, do you? Well, you might do. Might be relaxing for you as it is for me. Well, you might be thinking, God, I just want to do it myself. I don't want to watch you doing it. Okay, so let's go for settings now. We're going to go, okay, I think, have I got to stop? So we'll stop fishing, settings, easy, back, start fishing, freshwater, bait selection. I'm going to stick with the, no, let's go live minnow. Let's go live minnow and see what we get from that. Line selection, we've got all round freshwater. That's good, and that's fine, so we've got all that. Cast away! Oh, blimey, okay. Now, interestingly, it won't let me reel in. Okay, oh, it is reeling in, it's just that I couldn't really tell. Maybe. So just watching that line tension. Playing the fish. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Oh, the line tension spiked then. Oh, he's coming over here. Let's move that away. Keep that tension on. Here he comes. Going to have to figure out how I can adjust the... mind you, it's quite interesting seeing those. I need to adjust... What do we got? A European eel. Well, and rare. Hey, that's all right. We're going to let him go. I do not fancy eating that at all. So there we go. We caught an eel on easy mode, which is nothing to be proud of. But at least you could see how the mechanics of it work and all that kind of thing. That is very interesting. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking this is quite a nice spot to camp in, isn't it? At the end of our fishing day. Why not? Well, there you go. Dinner is on the fire. We've had a wonderful day's flying and fishing. It doesn't get much better than this, eh? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the flight. I hope you enjoyed the fishing. It's been an absolute pleasure having you along as always, and don't forget we have a Discord. Link is down below, so if you're on Discord and you want to come along and say hello, then do feel free. But in the meantime, it's been wonderful having you along, and I look forward to catching you on the channel again soon. Take care now. Bye bye.